Hi, Tim with outdoortrailhiker.blog. Be sure to go check our blog out. It's raining outside. I had planned on getting some different footage than what I'm doing right now, but it is what it is. If you watched our last videos, it was about our trip to Petit State Park. Had a blast. I think we got some pretty good footage posted to share with y'all. Our journey up there, our day Saturday, going down some trails and seeing the falls, which is beautiful. If you haven't been, or even if you have been, you need to go because it's just an awesome place. I called myself checking the weather before we went, and I didn't recall them saying it was supposed to rain Saturday night. But did it rain? We were tent camping, and we got our tent from Walmart. I think it's the Ozark Trail. There's some shots in the video of it. And as much wind, I mean, it stormed. We had thunder, we had lightning, we had a downpour. There was a park host there. He said that that was the loudest he heard rain hit his camper in a long time. So, you know, it came down hard. Tents stayed standing. There was one time that the fiberglass pole, the wind did push it in. I was laying on a twin mattress. Our mattress is probably about a little over a foot tall, and the pole actually bent in enough that it was hitting me on the head. But that only happened a couple times. Tent did pretty good for those kind of conditions. We did get some water in the tent. It wasn't major. It was dripping enough on our bed where we were laying that luckily I had some painter's plastic. You know, it comes in a little roll you get at Walmart. And I took that out and we spread that all across the top of us and tucked it under the mattress. So we stayed dry, but it was kind of uncomfortable sleeping because we actually had to put the film over our faces to keep water from getting on us. But we made it through the night. It was a rough night. We didn't sleep a whole lot. But it was an adventure. I'll put it that way. We didn't get a lot of footage that I wanted to get on that trip. But again, it just is what it is. You can't control Mother Nature. A couple things I want to talk to you about is we did take this Fat Max with us, and we used it. We kept our phones charged with it. The little light down here, we left it on pretty much all night, and this never lost its charge. It did really good, which we had electricity, and that's another story. When we went in to get our campsite, they told us they had 30 amp electricity and water. And I just assumed, because most Texas campgrounds I go to, if they have 30 amp, there's also a 110 plug. Well, there was no 110 plug. At least I didn't see a 110 plug anywhere. So we had taken a little heater with us to keep the tent warm, because I don't do well in cold. And we wasn't going to be able to use it. So I got online. We had just enough internet I could do a little bit of searching. And in the little town of Morrilton, which is 20 miles away from the park, thereabouts, they had a Walmart, super Walmart. So we chose to drive to Morrilton, and we bought an adapter that would allow us to plug in 110 into that 30 amp plug. So we went ahead and ate while we was there. I had planned on cooking at the campsite, but you know, there was eating places there. It's getting late, so we just went ahead and ate. Went back to the park, and I got everything plugged in, luckily before the rain started hitting. I did a little review. We have a little Faberware glass top cook eye in that video. It did great. As long as I have electricity where I'm going, I'll take that cooktop because you can do everything you need to do with it. You know, you can boil your water, you can fry on it, cook on it. So it don't put out a lot of heat. You can use it in your tent And unless you flipped it upside down and it hit something, I don't think it burned anything. You know, always use caution when you're using stuff like that. I took a butane stove, and let me put that up here. This is great. It'll go with us from now on. I bought this little stove at Walmart, and in that other video you can see that I used it to boil some water a couple times. I like it. It's not that heavy. And you just pop this door open, and I left the can in there. But you buy these little cans of butane fuel. I believe it's set on high output. They'll last about 4 hours. And it's got a notch right here that you have to line up with this, right, this notch. It's got a little thing you line up. So you line that up, and you just stick it in there, shut that door, and then there's a little lever here that you push that locks your can in place. And then to ignite it, you spin it all the way around. You hear it click, flame lights up first time. And what I did is I just released the can, and I left the can in there to transport it back home. I don't see what it's going to hurt. But yeah, and it's, you know, it's light enough. As long as I'm not backpacking too far in, I could actually slide this in the backpack, maybe without that case, and have a cook stove. You know, like I said, I wouldn't want to pack it too far, but it's light enough that it wouldn't hurt to carry. So yeah, it's a good deal. I got this in Walmart. You can get them on Amazon. But I suggest it. You know, this little paint can doesn't weigh near as much as one of those green canisters of fuel. So let's see if I get that back in there from this thing. There it is. So it's a good deal. Anyway, we got up that morning after all that rain, and we looked at a couple trails we thought we was going to go do. Everything was so muddy, we just wasn't up to having wet feet all day. So we went back to camp, we packed everything up. We still hadn't visited Petit gravesite. So we hit that on the way out, and you know, all that's in the video. And then we decided we was going to go to Mount Nebo, which is not far from Petit. So we traveled to Mount Nebo. We made some more video. We had planned on just driving through and clicking some pictures, but it was so beautiful there. The rain had disappeared, so we had to stop and get out and do some exploring. And with all that rain, the creek that runs through Nebo was just full and just running full blast, and it was so beautiful. So we hiked down and trailed it, which is pretty extreme. You know, you need to be in decent shape to get down all the way. We didn't go all the way. We went most of the way. We went to where the main part of the fall is the steepest. As I said, we just didn't have a whole lot of time. But it's a pretty steep climb. There are steps. But you know, you go down, you have to come back up. And that coming up is always the hard part. But it's worth it. That is a beautiful park. There's great trails there. We definitely are going back to do those trails. They've got cabins, tent sites, beautiful campground. The road going up is really steep and really curvy, tight curves. And so tight that if you have a camper over 24 foot, they are not allowed. I don't think you make it around the turns. But it's a beautiful, beautiful drive. And this first time we've been to Mount Nebo. We've been to Mount Magazine, which is not much further across. And we thought about hitting it on the way home too. But we were tuckered out, so we just went ahead and headed back home. And I think we headed up, I think that was Highway 80 from Mount Nebo all the way up to Texarkana, just about. because we went from Mount Nebo and we headed toward Mena, Arkansas. Mena's a beautiful place too. And then we hit the highway there, coming straight to Texarkana. But most of that stretch, you're in a valley, and there's just hills on each side of you, and it's just a beautiful stretch through there. I'll have to double check and make sure that was Highway 80, and correct it if I'm wrong. But when you leave Mount Nebo, I think it was the first road to the right, so you can't really miss it. But it's a nice stretch. But you know, we got home, we enjoyed ourselves, we made some video and got them posted to YouTube. This is all new to us, we just started doing it. And we're hoping that what we post will make some other people that don't really get out much decide that it's time for them to get out and see some country. Life's too short to be sitting in the house playing video games all the time and watching everything on TV. You got to get out there and enjoy life. And if you, in my opinion, nature's one of the biggest enjoyments that's out there. There's just so much to see. This world is so vast, and you're never going to see it all. YouTube's going to help with that. But there's stuff out there close enough to where you live that you can get out there and you can see it, you can participate in it, you can get healthy, you know, enjoy nature while you can. You know, don't wait till you get so old that you can't walk down a trail anymore. You know, go see it now. We're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to make videos to share. And, you know, like I said, I hope you see our video and you decide, well, we have to go see that. I know from watching my videos, I'm not the best cameraman and my voice don't sound too good on camera. But I'm going to do the best I can. I'm continually learning, and hopefully my videos will keep getting better and better. You know, time makes perfect, and I don't know that I'll ever be perfect, but I'll sure try to get there. We have a long road to travel to get to where we really want to be. You know, YouTube itself is a lot of work. I'm getting people to view, but subscribers right now is an issue. I'm hoping that my material starts being stuff that people want to subscribe to, so I can get my subscribers up, because, you know, we're not really doing this for income, but it would be nice to have a little extra coming in to help pay for gas and purchase items to keep us going forward in our venture. We have big plans down the road that all center around outdoor, and we both enjoy doing this. My wife knits, and she hand dyes her own yarns, and she's going to have an outdoor line, you know, camo colors, materials that you want, you know, for your hats and your mittens and things like that. So all that's going to be added before too long. She'll have her own little channel where she talks about it, and you'll see how she does some of her stuff, you know. I think y'all enjoy that. As I get started on my truck, you know, right now we're going to use it as it is. But as I get started on my Nissan Titan 4x4, I'll keep adding video about the progress that we make on it. And I said that's going to be slow. Parts for it are expensive. And right now it's usable as is. I have ideas, and eventually I'll get them done. But we're in winter right now, so the weather's kind of cold, and you never know when it's going to rain. Hoping we get some snow. It'd be nice to get some snow footage. But anyway, I hope you all stick with us and keep watching, and hit the subscribe button. It's real important that y'all subscribe to our channel to help us move forward in the direction we want to go. And you know, I'm watching other people's YouTube channels, and I'm subscribing to people's channels to try to help them continue to grow their channel. Especially if it's like-minded people, if they're heading in the same direction we are, they've already reached that direction. You know, there's a lot of overland channels I've subscribed to. One of them, I can't wait till they get their next video posted, and that's the Overlander Lifestyle. Y'all need to check them out. Great videos, you know, great footage, great commentary. It's just, he's doing a real good job. And thumbs up to him, and he inspires me to keep moving forward. And you know, I don't care if he ever watches one video I make. He's been an inspiration to me, him and his family. And you know, it's great that he can get out there and do this. And I think about his little girl. She's experiencing and seeing things that a lot of people will never see in their whole lifetime. So, you know, bravo to them for getting her out there and letting her see what God's created. But anyway, I'm going to shut the video down. I wanted to talk to you all about the Fat Max and that little stove. While we was at both parks, I got a badge to go on my walking stick from Petit, and I got a badge to go on my walking stick from Mount Nebo. And like I said, if y'all enjoy these videos, if y'all get any kind of information at all that helps you, you know, make a decision to get out and go see the park we've been to, or pick up some merchandise that we've talked about, you know, hit the subscribe button for us and hit that like button. It was nice talking to y'all. I look forward to making more videos for you, and we will talk to you later.